You have 45 seconds to answer. What can the College of Engineering do to eradicate the proliferation of fake news?
Hello. Alright, so actually, one of our projects, as said earlier, was Engineer the Downfall because we want to be against this fake news. So what you want is to actually gather the per department. For example, how was Marcos as a GE? How was Marcos as a CE? So we want to really get the voice of these students who have the technical knowledge and who have mastered how it is in their department. So this is one of the ways in which we want to spread, in which we want to fight fake news because this is the time that we are against the Duterte administration. So we started with our projects such as the Engineer the Downfall.
Pick a question. As engineers, what is your stand on the Build project of President Duterte?
So ayun no, napakagandang, kung titingnan natin, modernization ng buildings. At first, kung yun ang titingnan, build, maganda yung pinapromise niya, but no, hindi siya, we are against build so far. Kasi una, saan makukuha yung funds? Saan makukuha yung, is it sustainable? Is it feasible? I mean, kung sa UP Orgs, na-study yung feasibility ng projects, siguro dapat pag-aralan mo na ito. And also, kung makapag-research tayo, isa factor dito yung train law, no? So doon kukuha ng budget for the build sa train, no? Isa siya sa pagpupuntahan ng magiging increase doon sa commodity goods natin, no? Yung increase ng tax doon. So I think para magawa tong project na to, kailangan mo na ma-ensure na walang matatapakang ibang tao. Kailangan mo na ma-ensure na lahat magiging sustainable. Ayun lamang.
Okay, what is responsible mining and what can the council do to promote it?
Okay, so we know as a former Vice President for External Affairs of UPRIs, in fact kami sa UPRIs nanindigan na isulong ang responsible mining. And kami naniniwala that the responsible mining is something na hindi mo hinihinder yung karapatan ng mga people or indigenous people na nakatira within the area na gusto mong i-mine. Pero at the same time, dapat oh my God! Basta
Rehabilitate.
Yun, thank you, Nikki. So ayun, kailangan natin na after nating minahin, kailangan natin magtanim ulit ng mga puno at ayusin ito because hindi lamang dapat tayo nakikinabang sa mga minerals na nakukuha natin, but at the same time, we should dapat ayusin din natin ito para sa mga susunod pang gagamit and even the living organisms na nakatira din sa area na yun. Living organisms.
Okay, so the following questions will be directed to each and individually. For Nikki, every term there are members of the student council who violate the house rules on org bias and joining organizations, fraternities, and sorority, but are not really sanctioned. Do you think that the house rule on org bias is still relevant and effective? What house rules would you amend and what are these specific amendments? And lastly, what will you do to the members who violate them?
Alright, so while it is not in the constitution of the ESC, I acknowledge that we have a house rule which prohibits members of the ESC to join organizations, fraternities, and sororities. However, as an incumbent, on a personal note, I do understand the reasons of these ESC members who have opted to choose or who have opted to do otherwise. And as an incoming vice chair, what I will do is to revisit the house rules, not to abolish the house rules, but to revise it, to reform it in such a way that I will hear out each and every member of the council, because this is the kind of democracy that I want in the council, that each member is listened, and that I listen to each and every member of the council. And I want ESC to be a better place for everyone, because I think their motivation is finding happiness in other places, but I want ESC to be their family.
Tural, The issue of frat-related violence has been present in the recent history of the college. The other years, the student council was called out due to their lack of position and action on this kind of issue. Last year, the student council took action, informed the public of relevant information, and was still antagonized for initiating efforts to control this threat to safety and security. What do you think is the role of the student council in frat-related violence?
And of course, no, sa student council, una as a student council or actually as a human being, ayun, against tayo sa all forms of violence. So I think as the council suggests, no, isa sa mga duties natin sa council is to really motivate the fight para against violence. So I think with the statement released by ESC this year, I think its aim is to be informative. Its aim is to release talaga a statement na hindi nananahimik ang ESC, hindi pinapabayaan ng ESC ang ganitong mga issue. So I think when it comes to the fact na merong maninita talaga, I think frats, engineering frats to eh. I think in the college mismo, united ang ating fraternities, hindi lang pati ang ating sororities to unite, to combine their efforts para ma-lessen ang violence. Ayun, thank you.
For Marquita, for the past years, ESC has been releasing statements and stands on issues, hosting educational discussions, and publicizing calls for mobilizations. However, these efforts are still not enough to mobilize the largest college in UP system. What do you think is the root cause of this apathetic attitude among the engineering students? And you, as an external affairs person, how could you push the engineering students to join mobs? Set your KPI.
Okay. So thank you for that. As a former Vice President for External Affairs of UPRIs, hindi tayo nanahimik sa mga issue nung panahong pumutok yung death penalty, nung panahong pumutok na sinagasaan yung mga kapatid nating lumad sa US Embassy, and even nung pinatay yung mga kapatid nating LGBT sa Orlando shooting. So with that, I will use this year, kaya this year we envision an engineering with the students because it's time for the ESC na lumapit para sa mga engineering students. So for us to not just release statements online, pero if we can do RTRs now during election, of course we can do RTRs also during our term as an ESC to call to unite or to call or engage them to have mobilization or to invite them na ganito meron tayong laban na attendan today or tomorrow and kailangan pumunta tayo. So I think if we have RTR todays during our election, we can do it anytime during our time in ESC.
Okay, so that's it for the issues. We move on to the track record Q&A.
For all, kasi parang, correct me if I'm wrong, pero may ibang, for example sa MEDEP, dahil daw sa free tuition, nawawalan sila ng materials na hindi na bibili and all. And galing din kay Johnny yun. So, I don't know if this is happening. I don't know if this is happening in other departments. Pero, ayun, parang due to the free tuition daw na, parang yun yung building ng admin na, yun daw yung nagiging cost ng, kawalan ng funds to buy materials. So, anong stand nyo about this? And as the Engineering Student Council, what can you do about this?
So, as the next Engineering Student Council, we need to revisit and we need to affirm our right because as far as we know, despite having free tuition, it's still mandated and meron pa rin allotted budget for this kind of miscellaneous fees. So, I believe that as the next Engineering Student Council, hindi dapat tayo nakukulong lamang or tumitigil sa pag-accept ng fact na ay hindi kayang bigyan ng pera ito kasi hindi wala namang tuition. Kundi tayo mismo yung susulong, lalapit sa admin to ask na ito po, bakit ganito, stated naman dito na kailangan merong free tuition. So as the next Engineering Student Council, hindi lamang dapat tayo nakukulong sa pagtahimik, kundi pag-adjust mismo ng concerns na to. So yun yung gusto natin gawin, hindi natin hayaan yung estudyante na patuloy na walang gamit sa ME shop or walang gamit sa wood shop na magagamit. Because I believe that the next Engineering Student Council should be the one for forwarding and fighting for the rights of their constituents.
So as your next ESC chairperson, so ang unang gagawin natin is dito natin papasok yung college executive board. So dito pupunta yung kahalagahan ng student representation. Na maraming students na nag-struggle, maraming students na walang pambayad. But then again, the state as a state university should have enough funds para dito for research and technology. Isa sa goals ng College of Engineering, and I think it's sad na hindi yun mafulfill dahil sa simple flaw. So ayun, kasama ng ating External Affairs Counselor na si Gab Lerona, kasama natin pinaglaban ang free education, nag-rally tayo for that, and then hindi na natapos ang laban ngayon. Hindi na natapos ang laban. Kaya natin ituloy-tuloy pa natin ito hanggang sa lahat ng students accessible, merong access talaga sa lahat ng kanilang kailangan para sa education nila. Maraming salamat.
Okay, so that